রেকর্ড করার আগে ইন্ট্রোডাকশন কর, তারপরে
Okay, so what I'm doing is screen sharing. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. The screen has this PowerPoint first slide.
yes, yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay, it is visible, right? Okay. Give me one more minute. Okay. Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the first session of functional training on consumer goods cloud. In this training, basically, we will be focusing on retail execution part. That is why retail execution is pointed out here. So the date is basically 11th January 2026, and we are starting with the functional training today. The agenda for day one is given in this slide. It is like first what we will do in each and every new session is like we get to know each other. I get to know you, and you guys get to know me. A small round of introduction. And then basically, I do not have the second one yet, agenda and expectations for upcoming few weeks in any formal slide, because we will have to go with the flow, how much ever we can cover in 1 week, in one session. Basically, what we will cover in the upcoming sessions is the data model, how the application looks like in web, in mobile, and what happens during visit execution, which is basically the main part of retail execution. Today, we will cover overview of Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud, why it is useful, what capabilities and features, and industry-specific terminologies. We will also encourage you to set up the trial org and possibly extend it for a few months, if not a whole year. And understanding personas and activity and personas, foundational overview. These are all needed before we directly jump into the data model. These are the foundational things that you will know, because these are the things that we will use in upcoming weeks. So if we can complete all these today before time, then we might delve into the data model. Okay. Okay. So first is, knowing you. Where are you joining us from? What are your roles? How many years you were with Salesforce, or have you ever worked with any CG Cloud industry? These are the expectation from you when I know the audience. 1 second. I'll go back from recording and people. Yeah, I will encourage you to switch on your cameras if you can at least during the introduction session, so that I know you by name and face both. Yeah, maybe Rakesh, you can start first.
yeah. So I'm Rakesh Sahani, and I have over 4 year of experience in Salesforce, and uh, also I am working on
Can you switch on your
Service
video,
Cloud.
please?
Okay, and now sorry, I'm visible, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So previously, I'm working on basically the Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, and others clouds, but it is new for me, and I am excited for that.
Thank you so much, Rakesh.
Thank you.
Who can be the next one? Rito Broto?
Yeah, hi all. Good morning to all. Me, Ritobroto Mishro, having 1.5 years of Salesforce experience. I am working on Magic Workshop with Animesh Da and Sovanda. I am just here to just of curiosity, just how this work is working or not, just to see here. And absolutely, I am open to learn that as well.
Sure. I mean, in the first session, you may not really see a lot of consumer goods cloud in Salesforce Web, because first session is mainly the basics. So do you think you are going to join the next sessions as well? Because
Yeah,
otherwise, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
I will attend all the sessions.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Next, who wants to go? Anyone? Smriti Moy?
Hi, Chandrani. Can I go next?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm Omshita Chondo. I'm from Data Colada, and I have 5 years of experience, and I have knowledge about sales service, Omni Studio, but I haven't never heard before this consumer goods, so I want to know about these products.
Okay. Who is next? I don't know why this is coming here.
You keep on taking name unless they will not show up.
Okay, I cannot see the person who is beside you, his name. I think we are total 6 people, right? Yeah, I do not know the name because this is coming. This one.
Hey, let me introduce myself in that
Yeah.
case. Yeah, so my name is Kaushik Chatterjee, and I'm working with Capgemini currently for last 3 months, 3 years, and I'm a finance guy. I just joined the admin section with Animesh, and I've completed that, and currently I'm in the process of taking knowledge in the AI BI. And out of curiosity and to learn new things about the Salesforce ecosystem, I joined this meeting and I got this information from Animesh.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Um,
Hello. Myself Sriti Moijana, and I just completed a Salesforce admin course from Bongwong. Now I have no experience in Salesforce.
okay. Who else has joined? Shondipon Roy.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you introduce yourself? You can take my name instead of saying ma'am. I will request you to switch on the video at least during the, yeah. Thank you.
I have been working in Salesforce as a Salesforce admin. I'm very fresher, and I am learning Salesforce since 2025 March, and I'm not working in any company right now. That's
Oh. Okay, good. Who else is there? Shubhajit
Yeah,
is there? Or who wants to?
Hi, I'm Deepanjan. Yeah.
Hi,
So,
Dipanjan.
good morning all. So, I have been working in the IT industry for the past 14, 15 years. So, out of which, in the Salesforce background, I'm working for the last 4 years. Currently, I'm working in Magic Workshop as a, delivery manager for Salesforce assignments. So, my
Okay.
interest in CG Cloud has been since we had done a POC for one of our customers, and they specifically wanted CG Cloud. I had little to no knowledge about CG Cloud. That's why I have joined this call to learn more about specifics.
Okay. Thank you. Who else have joined? Shubhojit, you want to introduce yourself?
Maybe I can go last if somebody. I think,
Yeah, there
or
are.
I can. Amit Vishwas, Shubhajit Paul.
Okay. Amit Biswas, can you introduce yourself?
Hello. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. So right now I'm working on Data Colada as a Salesforce developer for 1.7 years. And yeah, this is my intro. Yeah.
Okay. Who else is there? Shubhojit Paul, right?
Yeah, hi, good morning. So I am Shubhit Paul working in Halsa Global as a Salesforce developer. I have working for 4 years in Salesforce.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Who else is there then? I think that's all. Shubhajit, you want to introduce?
Hey, sorry guys, I was in a meeting, so you joined late.
Fine.
Chandani, thanks for arranging the session and taking the session. Guys, please look forward to the best use of the session. Bomb her with all the questions you might have. We'll have back-to-back session for next 5-6 weeks. So it's a very, very interesting product on which Salesforce is also putting all guns blazing. So I think it's a great AP certification to go for. Once you are done with this session, I would love to see all you guys attempt that. I think you'll get all the support that is needed for clearing that, and it will be great certification to have for your organization as well as your own profile itself, because this is a very vibrant product on which we are working all the time. So have a great session forward. Chandan, if you have any technical queries, you can reach me out immediately so that I can join in, or someone we can fix it problem. But I think that he should have made you co-host.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I have Animesh.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Only thing is,
I
I'm
think
using
yeah,
Google Meet.
Rakesh, you are also co-host. So anybody is joining, please allow all those people so that they should not wait outside.
Okay,
Right.
Because
Shubham.
Chandani will be busy with the training. So Rakesh,
Mhm.
please look at the admin panel so that
Okay.
everybody can join. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And guys, one more request: please switch on your camera because it's look very odd because a person is trying to help you out and you guys are sleeping. Please do not make this kind of impression. Let Chandani know that everybody is attending. Otherwise, I will assume that you people are just sitting and sleeping idle. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do this. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Just
will
a
be
request.
vibrant. Keep your face on. Nothing stopping us from being very attentive on the class. And please interact. It's not that one way questions are only information is gathering. Please nudge her for questions and make it as fun and meaningful for you guys. Thanks, Chandani. Over to you and all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I am again going back to the slides. Let me. Right. So yeah. So basically, yes, expectations from you guys would be cameras encouraged, and yes, making it interactive as possible will make it more fun and fruitful. Maybe you can, I will stop for questions after we cover a subtopic, or if a slide is a bit complex, we can stop there. However, when I am talking, do not jump with questions so that we are not digressing anywhere or we are not delayed. You can have your questions handy with you, and when we stop for questions, you can ask. And you can ask any question. Hands-on participation, yes. Today, there might not be any, but from going forward, going forward in all other sessions, a bit of hands-on participation will be required. Yes, follow along in your org. If you have any use cases, talk about it. We can, kind of look at the use cases and try to find out what kind of data model will fit. And then, yeah, parking lot is basically if you have questions where, we are not able to answer, I'm not able to answer immediately, we can keep those questions in a parking lot. Yeah, again, any complex topics in QA session will be covered. Okay, knowing me, you guys have introduced yourself. I am a product manager, and I work in a company called Publicis Sapient. If you guys have heard about the consultancy company Sapient before, Publicis is an umbrella of a French company which has kind of acquired the Sapient as a IT consulting under its umbrella. And the acquisition has happened almost, I guess it is almost 10 years back. I was not even there. I have joined Publicis Sapient 3 years back as a product manager, helping customers to navigate through their requirements, gaps, pain points, and finding out the best solution with the team. And I showcase probable use cases, demos to customers, and be an integral part of any project till the end. I started my journey with Salesforce in 2014, and before that, I was working with Siebel. And that was also a very popular CRM tool at that point of time. And when Salesforce took over the market, a lot of people came from Siebel to Salesforce, owing to the fact that both are CRM tools, and it was easy to pick up the concepts. And then I continued with various positions in offshore and onshore both. I used to work in TCS before Publicis Sapient, and before that I used to work with Cognizant. So yeah, this is what my profile is, and why I was asked kind of, and I am interested to take the session because I recently worked with a widely known multinational brewer company, unlocking the power of retail execution in consumer goods cloud. So basically, yeah, I have some experience on retail execution, the major part of retail execution, and I want to share my knowledge with you. That's why I'm here today. So let's go to the training agenda. Yeah, asking questions, we have already talked about it. These recordings, yes, at a certain point of time, the session recordings will also be available to all of us. The training deck will also be available. I'm going to share all the decks after each session or before each session as it is needed with BongBong. This is going to be a 2-hour session, so I know that we need kind of break. So maybe we can have a break after an hour. If we need break before that, if you feel the topics are very heavy and all, we can take a break before that as well. For today, what I'm trying to do is I am putting a 55 minutes or 50 minutes timer, so we can have a break there. Okay, and what we have decided is we will finish in 6 sessions in 6 weeks, but basically it depends on the pace, how we are going, how people are able to understand, and so on. So we will see. Okay, so our next slide is about the overview. As you know, maybe everybody knows that it is a industry solution, consumer goods cloud, catering the consumer goods industry. It is a purpose-built B2B CRM system built on the Salesforce platform, which is designed to meet the unique needs of consumer goods companies, including manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and consumer good company brands. What it does is it unifies planning, retail execution, trade promotion, and service within a single AI-powered CRM system. Okay, so while taking the training, if you guys are looking at my video, you can see me looking at other direction. I'm looking at my notes that I have taken. So yeah, so just for your information. Okay. Yes. So basically, this is what it is. It is a purpose-built B2B CRM system. Why we call it B2B? Because the retail execution is mainly the main, actions that are taken during the retail executions are amongst the people of the consumer goods company, like the sales reps or delivery reps, and the retail shop owner or manager, etc. So all the actions are between them. It is a B2B system, the retail execution part. So why? Now we come to the next slide. Why Salesforce Consumer Goods Cloud? So what it does, it helps CGC companies planning, executing, and tracking field and sales activities in one system. It gives the teams clear visibility into customers, stores, and execution on the ground, enabling better day-to-day decisions. So it is basically built for the industry. It supports core process. So any consumer goods company, when it deals with the stores where their products are being sold, they have a core process which is called kind of visit execution. So visit execution consists of store visits, promotions, product assortment, looking at the assets that the company is providing to the store. It also looks at the planograms and realograms. We will talk about all of these terminologies, later. This is just for you to know that what area it covers. It helps in stronger field execution, basically because in the application, the sales reps can plan visits, capture in-store data very effectively, and follow the standard workflows. Better data visibility, it is very known to all of us that Salesforce itself caters for very good 360-degree data visibility. It provides real-time insights into sales, distribution, execution performance, everything. Faster go-to-market, yes, because it simplifies the launch of new products, promotions, pricing changes, everything is covered in this particular product. It scales with business. Since it is a Salesforce product, it definitely supports growth across regions, channels, and teams. Basically, this product is still evolving with Salesforce. And right now, it also supports till enterprise level, at least in the retail execution part. Integrates easily. Yes, it works smoothly with all ERP systems, analytics, and other enterprise systems. Optimize B2B route. Next one is basically what is our customer value proposition. So when you work for any particular customer on Consumer Goods Cloud, why the customer should take Consumer Goods Cloud? The value proposition is to optimize the B2B route to market and build a direct connection to consumers at the same time. Okay, now customer 360 degree. Okay, so we all know about the customer 360 degree of Salesforce, but here we will talk about it a bit. Like we have the B2B and B2C as 2 points of the same circle. And if you see, the Consumer Goods Cloud part is starting with the B2B side. So in the first B2B side, which is called business to business side, we are kind of starting with trade promotion management. Trade promotion management is also very important and equally, wide part of Consumer Goods Cloud. We are not going to really cover anything from trade promotion management product in this training, because we would be focusing on field execution this time. I have experience in field execution, so we will be focusing there. The whole product is basically a bit wide, vast, and it is divided into several parts. So we will be focusing on the second one, which is field execution. And as you can see, it has MuleSoft. It has the Salesforce has connection to NetZero. It has connection to service, commerce, loyalty, and marketing. And ultimately, this cycle goes and reaches to B2C, business to consumer. So if you see here, commerce is something that we see in our everyday life. Any B2C company, say Hindustan Lever or something like that, which has a lot of products, they reach the consumers through directly through their commerce platforms. You can think of Amazon as a commerce platform, or maybe Hindustan Lever's own website. They are all commerce platforms. When they do business with other business companies, like say other retail stores, they are giving their products to retail stores and retail stores are selling them. That falls under B2B, business to business. And when they are selling it directly, it comes under B2C. However, loyalty and marketing, loyalty again, this is something that could be part of B2B and B2C both. A person who is a direct consumer of a product can have some loyalty points. They can collect loyalty points and use those. Again, a person who is part of B2B business, say the retailer or wholesaler who is working with the same business, they also can have schemes. The business can give them some loyalty points based on how much selling they can do for them. So yeah, so this is Consumer 360 for Consumer Goods, Customer 360 for Consumer Goods Cloud. Consumer Goods Cloud is basically built on sales and service. It has a bit of commerce, loyalty, marketing as well. And the main part that we are going to focus on is field execution. So all the data from all these sections like marketing, loyalty, commerce, service, NetZero, all the companies right now, in all over the world, they have some targets for NetZero to achieve in their companies by 2030. So that is also, again, that data is also captured in Salesforce and can be part of field execution as well. Okay. I will go for some examples here. If you guys are very new to Salesforce, this will be a kind of a bit of something that you know of, you come across in day-to-day life. Like say, what are the consumer goods companies that we see in our day-to-day life? You can see we have textile washing products like, Tide, Ariel, Daz, Omo. We have general purpose cleaner like, Lysol, Harpic, dishwashing products. We have Bhimbar, we have Fairy, insecticides, air fresheners. We have our personal care products, hair care, skin care, oral care. Any company who deals with all of these cosmetics, they are called consumer goods companies, because they are creating products which are in day-to-day use for the consumers. Next slide is basically on consumer goods cloud overview. Again, it is getting continued. Here, this is trying to tell you that what are the main, some components of consumer goods cloud. I won't say components. These are basically sub-products, which we are going through in this slide. So there is a consumer goods cloud for B2B sales. It is built on completely built on Sales Cloud and comes with the full power of Sales Cloud, as well as there are all the product all the objects of consumer goods cloud data model. Retail execution is again, it is based on Sales and Service Cloud both. It comes with relevant objects from both the products as well as Consumer Goods Cloud data model. It comes bundled with Maps and it also leverages some Einstein features. Service for consumer goods. Again, there is another sub-product which is service for consumer goods and built on Sales and Service Clouds. It provides functionality for B2B call center teams to engage with customers and consumers to sell new products and address their complaints, queries, whatever. So that is service for CG Cloud companies. Then comes one more sub-product, which is trade promotion management, built on Sales Cloud and comes with relevant objects as well as the trade promotion management data model. So these are the 4 sub-products. I'll stop here for a few seconds. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, I can't see anything in the notes. Okay, if you have no questions, we will go on. But before that, I will need a bit 1 minute break because I need to sort out a thing. Give me 1 minute break. Okay. Right. So yeah, so I had taken some notes that I'm not able to see in the other system. But anyways, we will still, go forward with few more slides, and then I'll be downloading the original one maybe. This doesn't have the notes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, now we are coming to the part where we are kind of trying to focus on the retail execution. What are its capabilities? What are its features, and so on. I've given, if you can see, I have given a URL as well, where if you want to delve into it in detail, you will be able to look at the details from this link. Engagement planning is one major part of retail execution, and the other part is the actual execution. So when we come for the engagement planning, what the product has, what capabilities does it have? It has a capability for customer management, it has product management, it has visit preparation, approvals, analytics, everything is there, and it is kind of part of only engagement planning. See, if you see all these subtopics, and none of these are basically none of this pertains to the retail execution part. Still, in these 4 sections, if you see, customer management is happening, and then people are preparing for their visits to the retail stores. They're managing the products and trying to see the product information, any new products, any promotions that they might need to do in the stores, etc. And then there are kind of approvals, if some kind of approvals are needed before doing the visit execution activities. Sales rep performance and reporting is also part of this engagement planning, because depending on the performance on sales rep, depending on the performance of a particular retail store, the planning is done. So now this is the part of engagement planning, and when we come to retail execution, this is again, it consists of planning and scheduling. When I talk about planning and scheduling, it is actual scheduling of the visits. So there is something like we create our meetings in calendar, right? So it is the similar thing where the field reps or the back office managers, they kind of plan for their visits. What is the time, what is the date, what is the store, what is the address they're going to visit, etc. So the part of planning and scheduling is calendar synchronization, visit creation and visibility, sales routes. So when the visits are created and planned, what is the route that they're going to take? When I talk about route, it might be, they start from their office and then they go to store number 1, store number 2. What is the optimal route? How can they, make their routes kind of the shortest in the day, so that, they can spend more time inside the store and less time on the road? Live tracking of field reps during visits. For this, I have not experienced this part, but yes, there might be GPS systems which could be kind of associated with the routes, and people could be tracked live. Store and account 360, again, yes. So this is again part of retail execution, where when somebody goes for a retail visit, he has a kind of view of how the retail store is performing, what kind of products the retail store has from their company, what kind of sales it is giving, what is the history of sales. And he will be able to also check the review notes, check the notes, photos, and files. So when they go to a store where they have visited historically, they have already have got some notes, photos, and files of the historical visits. So that 360-degree view of the store is also available. Now comes visit execution. When they do the visit, when they enter the retail store and they come out of the retail store, what do they do in between? So this is what they do. Mainly, these are the activities that they do. They do some audits. They do some checks of inventory of the products. They validate some promotions. They try to do new promotions. They try to take orders. They try to sell new products. They try to create prospects and all. So when I say sell new products, that is prospect creation, if that particular store is interested to kind of sell their new product and all. Order management, yes, again, I mean, if there are products that are being sold in a particular retail store, like say Colgate toothpaste is being sold in a particular retail store, and the store manager says that the inventory is almost finished and they need to order for new products. So this is where the order management comes into picture. And then next comes kind of customer satisfaction, customer support, etc., where the business, B2B business, the other side, the store side can give their feedback on the visits. They can have a question and answer session with the people who are coming for the visit, and then customer inquiry creation. So these are the two main functions of what retail execution covers. One is the engagement planning, one is the retail execution. If you see, this engagement planning is, I mean, both of them are done by mix of people, but mainly engagement planning is done by people who are a bit higher in the hierarchy, like maybe the sales manager, and few things which are repetitive, that those may be taken care of by the operations back office. And the execution is done by the field reps, delivery reps. Different companies have different kind of roles, but mainly they are field reps. They go to the fields and do the sales. Okay, next is basically if we try to go through a kind of reference architecture. So this is how it fits into the whole, Salesforce 360. We have CG Cloud, where we have route management. We have CG Cloud retail execution part, where we have route management. We have merchandising, we have field sales, and we have smart selling. That is part of CG Cloud. And then we have Sales and Service Cloud, where we have account management, service, knowledge, communities. All of them could be part of one single platform, or could be kind of associated with each other, so that the data flows from one platform to another, and the sales reps or the sales managers can basically work with the same data 360. Same goes with Commerce Cloud, with Marketing Cloud. When we come to Commerce Cloud, as I told, Amazon can be a good example of a Commerce Cloud platform. So even in a Commerce Cloud platform, all the products, all the orders, digital catalogs, they are all part of the same data. Coming to Marketing Cloud, again, Marketing Cloud is more part of B2C, where B2B marketing is also there, which is again, associated with CG Cloud. Again, we have surveys, we have maps. All of these, like surveys and maps, are very integral part of Consumer Goods Cloud retail execution. we have AI services like voice, vision, language, etc. All of these are part of AI for services, and those can also be leveraged in consumer goods cloud. We have blockchain, we have enablement. All of these are Salesforce enablement. All of these are kind of part and parcel of whole Salesforce and can be accessed from one system to another. Analytics is also a very important part of it, where we come across all the reportings. Yeah. So this is also another architecture, but it talks about the same thing. And the previous one was actually before in Salesforce. It was available before, but this architecture is not available kind of anymore. But what we found here, what I found here is this architecture is now available. If you go to this particular link, you can kind of look at this architecture. You can see field execution as part of Consumer Goods Cloud. You can see sales as part of Consumer Goods Cloud. So what part of sales are there in Consumer Goods Cloud, which is used in Consumer Goods Company? If you see account management, contact management, these are the things that we generally do in sales, and these are also part of Consumer Goods Company's operations. So they will also use the same opportunity and pipeline management. There are some part of loyalty management, rebate management. So any loyalty points, any rebates, again, those are also part of channel management. Next is field execution, which we just talked about. This is basically part of only Consumer Goods Cloud. You can only get all these features if you take a Consumer Goods Cloud license. Consumer Goods Cloud, what part of service does it take? It can take case management, schedule management, work order management, inventory management, cross-sell, upsell, asset management. All of these are part of Service Cloud, and they are also integral part of any consumer goods company. Now, when I go to commerce, again, you can see all of these are part of commerce. Like, what is a buyer experience? What is site merchandising? Catalog management, when the products are there, what kind of catalogs they belong to? Pricing and promotion management. These are all basically part of Commerce Cloud, but they are all leveraged in our Consumer Goods Cloud. Then you have connection with community, you have connection with Marketing Cloud. And basically, you have the platform enablers, as we have seen before in the slide before as well. Like, you have Einstein, you have identity, you have chatbots. So all of these are could be leveraged in the Consumer Goods Cloud platform. I think this is clearer than the before one. So this is something that you can also look at from this particular link. Okay, we can come to the terminologies now, where we are going to actually use these terminologies during the training. And it is better that if we are clear about what we are talking about. So when we talk about customers, it is the business, B2B business, as we were just discussing, that the business that a consumer goods company sells through. It is a middle person, like, such as a retailer, distributor, wholesaler, or broker. So if I'm the company, I am creating a product, I am directly not going to the consumer and asking the consumer to consume it, buy it, right? I am giving my products to some well-known shops, some well-known distributors, so that they can place into their shops, place those products into their shops and sell these to to the consumers. So that is what we that is where we come to the next terminology, which is a consumer. So who is the customer? The wholesaler, retailer, broker, distributor, shop owner, they are all the customers for a CGC cloud company. Who are the consumers? So consumers are us. I mean, when we buy a paste or buy a soap or buy a detergent or buy, you know, some cream, we are the consumers because we are directly using those. And where we are buying from? We are buying from shops. So the individual who buys and uses are the consumers, as opposed to the retailer, who are basically the customers. Supply chain management is basically, again, I mean, you guys have heard about this term umpteen times maybe. Supply chain management is basically managing the relationship with companies that provide raw materials or subcontracted products to a consumer goods company, and managing the logistics of delivering products to customers or consumers. And then we talk about key account management. A key account management is also headquarter sales, the process of managing the relationship with the company's largest customers. So here, like, we have some superstores which are called kind of Tesco Superstore or Sainsbury's Superstores, which has, you know, it is a whole grocery stores where you have all types of products, starting from food products to, you know, beauty products, everything that a consumer goods company can produce. You know, so those shops or those retail companies, they become their, you know, key accounts or biggest accounts, because the, you know, a big chunk of their sales per month goes through all these shops. So those are key customers, and how to manage them, those, that is called key account management in Salesforce. And it is, again, part of sales. Whoever has worked in Sales Cloud may be very familiar with this term of key account management. Trade promotion management, this is a subpart, again, distinguished subpart of consumer goods cloud. It is the process of promotion. So especially FMCG items, through promotional activities that at the retailer, like buy one get one free. You know, we can give a promotion for a new product, which is buy one get one. These promotions are paid for by the consumer goods cloud, consumer goods company, the manufacturer. So if I am the manufacturer of Colgate paste and I have a new product, I have come up with a new product of the paste, new variant, I can, you know, kind of promote it, try to promote it through the shop, saying that whenever you know, someone buys this, tell them that they get one more free. So this is the kind of, you know, promotion that you are all kind of familiar with in your day-to-day lives. But again, trade promotion management is again a very vast and complex subproduct of consumer goods cloud, and we are not going to touch that in this training session. But of course, we will have a bit of promotions also as part of retail execution. Order management, again, you know what is order management. It is, from consumer goods cloud perspective, it is the process of receiving orders from a distributor or retailer and then delivering the order. So the old but still common standard of submitting orders is called electronic data interchange. And then we come to retail execution. So this is the terminology I have been using very frequently till now. It is a term for activities like merchandising, checking on products on the shelf, performed by employees of a consumer goods company. So I am a consumer goods company. I have a consumer goods company, and I have some, you know, field reps who goes to the stores and check on how the sales is going on, check on how the products are there in the shelves, and, you know, if the promotions are going on good, etc. So it may be its broker, its distributor, and carried out in, and the retail execution is basically carried out in retail outlets, restaurants, or bars. So if it is a brewing company, like I have already, you know, talked about, that I have worked as part of product management in this brewing company. So they might have their products being sold in bars and restaurants directly. So those are also kind of place for doing the retail execution for these companies. So it depends on what kind of products a particular consumer goods company is producing, is manufacturing, what kind of sales process they follow. For example, like a brewing company, they have a sales process for off trading and on trading, whereas off trading is basically in restaurants and on trading is basically restaurants and bars where the products are directly sold in the restaurants and bars and they are selling to customers. It is consumed on premise. So in a restaurant or bar, you consume the alcohol on premise, right? So this is kind of on trade, and then off trade is again, it is not consumed on premise, it is just sold on premise. So that is called off trade. So it depends on what kind of company you will be dealing with when you are going for, selling this consumer goods cloud product to a company. Okay. So yeah, so there is a Pepsi story, and what I can do is, okay, so a Pepsi story. So Pepsi has also, it has taken the consumer goods cloud retail execution, and these are the revenues. It has revenue increases, or whatever increases you can see in their operations that they have reported. So they have reported 10% plus revenue since they have started using the consumer goods cloud. So they are selling more basically. So they are using suggestive order quantities to increase order size. So they are suggesting that, take this kind of order, take 100 bottles of Pepsi, that or 1,000 bottles of Pepsi. I'm just making up the numbers. So they are using some features, and then they are saying that 18% time is saved, optimized rep routing, minimizing downtime to focus on selling time. As I told, if the routes are optimized, if you know what is the shortest route to cover today, how do you go to store 1 to store 2, you save time and you can use that time inside the stores. So that is what is happening when they're using this product of consumer goods cloud. They're saving time because they know what their route should be. And then growth in Perfect Store, 12% growth. So Perfect Store execution, empower field reps with key data insights, automated action plans, and intelligent scheduling. So basically what it means is, the field reps are able to plan their visits very optimally, and they have all the data in their mind or in their device, not in their mind, in their device. They have all the data when they visit a particular store, that whether the store has performed well in the past 3 or 6 months, or it has not performed well. If it has not, which products are not going fast, which are going fast, and why, etc. All the data which they should be using when they kind of come to the store. They do not have to call anyone to know the data. They do not have to log into any other system to know that data. They do not have to open a report which is saved somewhere in his device, because everything is available in the same platform. Once they log in, they are there, all the data is there. So they are saving a lot of time and they have accurate data. And 35% increase in successful order transmission. So provided order management visibility, end-to-end order tracking, and customer-specific pricing and discounts. So during order management journey, we do all these, right? We can track the order end-to-end, where the order is, when it is getting delivered, how many days will it take, why it is being delayed if it is delayed. And if an order is a bulk order, we sometimes, the companies give some kind of discounts to the retailers, or on top of the price that they should give. So basically all of these data are also available in order management part of the consumer goods cloud. So again, they will not have to look at any other application for tracking and the orders. So it improves basically the accuracy, and that is why the order transmission is much more successful, because there are less cancellations on orders. If something is delayed, if the sales reps are able to tell effectively that this is why this is delayed, and it is going to reach in this 2 days or 3 days more and accurately, that is going to decrease the cancellation, right? I'll not go and cancel the order because I am not sure when the order is going to come. That kind of occurrences are far less when you are using a product like Consumer Goods Cloud. So it basically increases the order transmission. If you want to know about more about how PepsiCo is using Consumer Goods Cloud, you can always go to this link and check this. Let's come to a use case now. So we have already checked, a real life company, PepsiCo. It is using Consumer Goods Cloud. Now we can also, think of an use case. You are a Salesforce consultant working on Consumer Goods Cloud for a global consumer goods company called GlobeCon. And GlobeCon operates in multiple regions and sells different types of products, such as it can sell food and beverages, personal care items, household goods, etc. And the company is facing difficulties in managing its sales activities, supporting its field sales teams, and understanding how products perform at individual stores. Project objective. So the project is going to use the end-to-end Consumer Goods Cloud implementation, focusing on key features and modules to address these challenges. So whatever challenges you can see here, like supporting field sales teams, understanding how products are performing, how the sales are managed. So all of these sounds like a classic case of retail execution. So retail execution is not happening in an optimal manner. That is why the company is struggling to bring everything together or doing all these activities efficiently. So for this is a classic case of using the retail execution part of Consumer Goods Cloud. So again, going forward, the objective of this particular, say this is a use case and this is the project objective, and if we want to elaborate the objective, these could be the 5 objectives that you may look at when you implement. One is store visit management and retail execution across multiple business units. You will have tailored solutions for different product categories. So the company is producing different kind of products, so you will have different kind of product categories in your CG Cloud. Use field sales execution to capture real-time store data. Enable sales representatives to efficiently take orders, plan their store visits, any inventory issues they have, if the inventory is going to be empty in some time. So that kind of inventory management, analyzing data to generate insights into store performance, customer performance, and product trends. So which products are more popular, what products go faster in a particular region. All of them are tracked by analytics, and those are also could be part of part of Consumer Goods Cloud. And this is a very important part of any solution that you give, that you have the consumer goods cloud product has the ability to analyze the data to generate insights. So this is how, for this particular use case that we are going through, the retail execution can give, the solutions in these 5 areas. Any questions here? Okay, if no questions, then we can just go forward. Okay, so now when we have known about a bit, know a bit about Consumer Goods Cloud, about this product, we can kind of go into this trial org setup. So this is something, the information I'm going to give you in the chat. I will copy this and I'll give you in the chat. There is a chat here. Can't see the chat. Here. Okay. Yeah. So this is the link from where you can get you will land onto this page, and I would encourage you to go for the learning org. This is recommended because you'll have all the data somewhere. It is, as you can see, it is a full featured configured trial experience, so you can play with this org. So once it is, again, I mean, you can see that once you sign up, it is just there for 30 days for you. After that, it is decommissioned. But if you give the raise a case to Salesforce, giving your org ID, saying that I need it for another 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, they will most probably extend it. For me, they extended it for 1 year, and for my other colleagues, they had extended it. So I'm not aware of the criteria that they look at when they extend, but I believe that they will also do it for others. So this is the trial org setup. So next day, I would expect that you guys have set up at least the trial org and access the trial org, so that we can sometimes go to the org and take a look at how the application looks like. Okay. Now going to the next slide. Okay. So this is what we will deal with frequently, that, when you are going to a customer, when I say customer, it is a consumer goods company. Say you are going to a consumer goods company trying to help them resolving their issues. So most of the times you will come across personas. So in each Salesforce products, the products are used by certain people, right? So those are called, those people, those categorization of people are called personas. So until you know how a particular persona uses a particular feature or functionality, or how they want to use their feature, or how their journeys are, you wouldn't be able to understand what is the gap and what are the things that can help bridge that gap. So what is a persona? Again, it is a fictional representation of an ideal user built based on real data and insight. It is a group of people with similar behavior, needs, characteristics, and challenges. Real representation of key user segment. Why do we need personas? As I just mentioned, it helps team understanding their needs, their goals, their behavioral patterns, guiding product development, marketing strategies, and user experience design. So basically, if you know their behavior, their goals, their pain points, you will know what should be the solution. and what should be their ideal experience. So that is introduction of a persona. Now, personas are, there are some elements of these personas when we think that in consumer goods crowd retail execution, who could be the personas? It depends on few elements like the demographics. It may be the age, occupation, location, education. It may be behavioral patterns, their goals and needs, their pain points, and their preferred communication channels. So it depends on, sorry. So we will just finish this slide and go for a break. So this, when we talk about personas, it is broadly, in this training we will talk about it broadly, what kind of personas we generally see who use retail execution in consumer goods cloud, but it varies from company to company depending on how their operations are. For example, if you have sales reps who goes to the retail stores and executes the visits, there may be they may have delivery reps who are different. I mean, delivery reps are again people who just brings the orders, whichever order people have ordered, the retail store has ordered. For some companies, they are the same people. The field reps has also the responsibility of delivering the orders. So so the persona may vary, number of personas may vary, but when we talk about it later on, we will just broadly go through what kind of personas you can expect any company would have. So yeah, so it is now an hour basically, and come up with your questions after the break if you have. And now we can take a 10 to 15 minutes break we can take, so that you guys can have a good break, logical break now, and then we will go through the next. Yeah, okay.
So can you tell me the time when you're coming back?
Basically it is now 6:50 we can take at my place, 6:50, and we will come back at 7:05. So it is 12:35 for people who are joining from India. 12:35. What is the time there now? Am I calculating right?
Now 12:90.
12:20. Okay, 12:35 should be the time when you come back. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And Hello, everyone. Has anyone joined back?
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
Wait. Are you guys able to follow what I'm trying to say, or do you need any more clarification anywhere? You are speaking in mute, Rakesh.
Yeah, it's clear, Chandani.
Okay.
Chandani, sorry.
Yeah, okay. So what we will start again. So basically when last we stopped here in persona, we had started understanding personas. We have an activity later on. So that, you know, the entire session becomes a bit interactive, where kind of you talk to me, or, you know, talk to each other. And the session becomes a bit interactive. If you have questions, you can, you know, kind of pose at that time as well. Before, again, you know, going to the personas, I am sharing my screen. You are able to see my screen, right? Or you are not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to share. I think, where is it? Consumer goods pricing. Yes, this one. So as I told you that, you know, consumer goods cloud actually has a lot of products, and the most important ones amongst them are these two. One is retail execution, and there is one more, trade promotion management. But again, for trade promotion management and retail execution, you can see these two. And for retail execution, you can see that there is a plan which is visible. But again, for trade promotion management, definitely, you know, it depends probably on what features the company wants to utilize. And depending on that, the sales team will give them a kind of quote. So you can see that there is a customer planning and forecasting module only for consumer goods cloud. So if a business wants to only utilize that, they can contact the sales and only ask for the pricing of these features. Same with trade promotion management. Trade promotion is out of the box solution to help you increase profitability with improved trade. Again, retail execution, we are working on, we are kind of having the training on this one. This is the out of the box solution to optimize field rep execution. You can see consumer goods cloud for sales enterprise. So if there is a big enterprise mainly dealing with sales activities, so it has all the out of the box capabilities to grow the accounts and productivity. It's not only tracking and managing, it's also growing the accounts. So yeah, so you can see it also has, you know, it has account contact opportunity, and it also has consumer goods cloud data model, which are relevant to growth of sales. And again, you have service enterprise, big service enterprises who only gives, you know, service probably to other businesses. They can also use the consumer goods cloud service enterprise, which has, again, you know, all the typical service features like service consoles, telesales, everything about service cloud. And then on top of that, it also has some data model of consumer goods cloud which could be utilized. So these are, you know, type of the consumer goods cloud now. The only thing is, you know, today at today's date, consumer goods cloud is still evolving. So when it was first you know, the consumer goods cloud product was first taken over by Salesforce, it was not a product that was created by Salesforce from the beginning. It was created by another company, They started using a small kind of product for consumer goods companies, and then Salesforce acquired it, and then they enhanced it. So that is why when you go forward, you will see that you have base data model and you have advanced data model of consumer goods cloud. So the initial one was base data model, and probably not everything was part of consumer goods cloud. Now, since Salesforce has taken it over, it has grown the data model based on their experiences, based on what the customers want. They have enhanced their data model a lot. And that is why day by day, they are coming up with new features of consumer goods cloud. By the time, at today's date, you can see that they have one for planning and forecasting. They have something for sales enterprise. So these were probably before, these were the same, but now they have separated the products also. So it depends on when you go to a customer and know about their business, then you will have to, depending on their pain points, what actually they want to do with their business, what is their vision about their business going forward, why they want to use a Salesforce product. Depending on that, you will have to decide what kind of product will be best for them. Of course, the pricing and everything will also come into picture. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you that one product, how it is splitted into different products. And this training is only focusing on only one of those products. You can understand, the other products also will have, similar data models to understand, and, similar features and functionalities, which are only from the consumer goods cloud. I assume all of you kind of know what Sales and Service Cloud provides. So the things that you will have to understand is the consumer goods cloud data model and the features that it provide, and also how it is, using the sales or service data. So yeah, so this is something that I wanted to show you. And now going back to the slides. We were in slide 21. When is, I will again, put a kind of alarm now to, otherwise we may surpass the time. So it is again. It was 5:30 to 7:30 my time. So we do not have much time, right? We have 25 more minutes, I think 15 more minutes. Okay. I'll give this at 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, right. So we were talking about personas and why we use personas. It is basically to know that what groups of people will be using the retail execution. So if we go to the next slide. Sorry. Where is the slide? Here. Yeah. So if we go to the next slide, we will talk about the user archetypes. When we say archetypes, it means the types. I mean, these are the broad types of the users. And inside each type, depending on business, you can have multiple personas. So 3 major types are there. And the customer that I have worked with, the brewing company, it also basically have these 3 major archetypes. And definitely they have multiple personas under each archetypes. But these are the major types which when we are going through the training, these are the ones that we will frequently use. So first are sales reps. They execute the account visits. Why do they do that? They have to achieve certain sales targets, certain merchandising objectives, and they have to plan their visits accordingly based on the recommendations. So once the sales manager looks at the reports of a particular area, say someone is an area manager and he wants to look at the particular report, he looks at the reports and recommends that, these are the stores that you need to visit in next 1 week, or maybe, next 1 month's plan is this. So based on that, every day, these sales reps, every day at night, or before starting from their home or from their office, they plan the routes on Salesforce Maps. Then they follow those routes, go to the stores and execute the visit, capture the feedback, planogram, share feedback, observation with the manager. So this is something that the sales reps do. Broadly, they spend a lot of time in the store, but these are the things that they broadly do. Again, there is another persona which is very important, which is sales operations or back office. So what does operations or back office of these companies do? And they are responsible for account onboarding and loading data. So any new account that comes into purview of that company, they onboard those accounts, which means they set up the accounts, they set up the products. They, if there are new products, they set up products, they set up all customer data. So all these record creation and setup are done by the operations team or admin team. Also, you can, think of in that line that they are admins. Back office, and they are the people who have the most permissions in the from the application perspective, because they are the people who are going to give the relevant permissions to the other personas, like what permissions a sales rep should have, what permission a sales manager should have. And a sales manager may not have a permission to execute a visit through their handheld devices, but the sales reps will have these permissions. So to understand what the other personas need and working accordingly is the job of an admin, right? So that is from company perspective, that they are called operations team or back office team. So yeah, so enable permissions, manage operations, pre-plan visits. So sometimes what they do is, if multiple sales reps have to have kind of sales visits in next 1 month, instead of relying on them to plan their own visits, these people plan their visits, put it into those reps' calendars, so that the reps have their visits handy. The persona next is sales managers, and they are responsible for all work allocation to sales reps, ensuring sales and marketing objectives are met while driving customer satisfaction and growth. So as I told, that they first review the analytics to identify which stores are doing good, which are underperforming, what products are going better, which are not doing well at all. So those kind of analytical work are the work of the sales managers. And then they review the account profile, look at the complete data of the customers, and then all those observations are passed on to the sales reps, so that when they visit the the retail store, they can kind of think of relevant questions or relevant tasks that they should do in the stores. Okay, so as I told, that when there are 3 user archetypes that we frequently come across, the personas may be different. You can have field service agent as well. So field service agent and sales reps, they might have some overlapping responsibilities and some other responsibilities, which are not overlapping. They might have a retail partner. The retail partner is a part of the store. He might be the store manager or the store owners, or or owner of a particular chain. Like I told that, you might have a chain called Tesco or called Sainsbury's, like we have in the UK. It is a chain. In every major city or every small cities, they have small and big stores. So those, retail partner may also be using the consumer goods cloud. Okay. So this is an activity that I want you guys to do together. This is about personas again, where you are going to identify yourself with one persona. Maybe, some people can become the sales rep, some may be the sales manager, and some may be the back office. And then the expected outcome is understand each person's unique needs, and develop skills in user journey mapping specific to consumer goods industry. This you cannot really do in the first session, but the expected outcome would be basically what you understand about your own chosen persona. What are you going to do, and when you are going to do that, what kind of pain points do you think you will be having if you do not have consumer goods cloud? So when identifying with one persona, one is sales rep, which is visiting the retail locations, and he's just going to manage sales and inventory. So he's going to see, what products are needed, and he wants to sell those products. If something is new, he wants to sell those products as well. And then field service agent, who is handling in-store product issues. So if any product is, issues on products, maybe the instructions of those products are not very good, and that may be the reason the product is not getting sold. So those kind of in-store product issues, if a product is very big in size and the store doesn't have a right place to store them, so that kind of product issues are handled by field service agent. Then comes the sales manager, and then comes the retail partner. So I would ask at least couple of you to become sales reps, field service agents, sales managers, and retail partner. And then what you will do is you will define the touch points, you will identify the pain points. If you can tell what are the things that you are going to do one after the other. When you start from the office, what are the things that you're going to do, and kind of let us know that these are the pain points that you will encounter, you think you will encounter. So anyone who is a volunteer, sorry, I'm doing a screen on screen, stop sharing. So anyone who wants to volunteer as a field rep or sales rep, who wants to become a volunteer?
So I have one question, like
Yes,
whatever
tell me.
I understand. So basically the consumer goods, like 3 type of archetype, right? So sales representative, sales operation manager, and the sales manager, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And what you can do in this activity is one person becomes the sales rep, one or two, whoever. One person is the manager, and one person is the operations manager. So once you identify, just kind of discuss one by one that I am the sales rep and I'm going to do this, and I think that while doing this I will encounter these pain points.
So basically the sales rep visit the store, something like
Right.
that. And the sales
Yeah.
operation manager manage the data, right?
They manage the data, they manage their planning. I mean, even planning of visit, they manage.
And manager is performing monitoring the performing and what activity
Yes.
is going on.
Yes. And passing on the information, telling that you have to do this, you have to do this, kind of.
Mhm.
So yes, Rakesh, you want to become the sales rep?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Who wants to become the sales manager? Who wants to become Rakesh manager? Anyone? Ritobroto, Amit, Dipanjan, who wants to become the sales manager?
Yeah, I can be the sales rep. Let Rakesh be the manager.
Okay. Okay. Rakesh, you agree to manage him?
I have some specific questions pertaining to the sales rep. That's why.
Okay. Okay, great. So Dipanjan is sales rep and Rakesh is the manager. And who is the operations team? Who is the representative of operations? I don't see anyone else's face. I can see Sandipan's face. So from next session, people will not show their faces, I guess. Sandipan, do you want to become operations?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. So let us start with somebody who, starts with the whole journey. So maybe whoever is a manager, Rakesh, what are you doing today? And what are the things, you do not have consumer goods cloud, you just run the business. So, and what do you think your hurdle would be? You are the manager, Rakesh.
Yeah.
So you
Sorry.
do not, so you do not have consumer goods cloud in your business. You are running a consumer goods business. You have some product. You have to sell those. And you are the sales manager. So you have started your day. And what are you going to do today for your business? Forget about consumer goods cloud as a product. You are going to identify your activities and your pain points.
So what I have to do,
Then you have some reportings.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
must have some reporting data.
reporting and underperform stores like that, right? And tracking availability, promotion, compliance, like that.
Right. So what, as a sales manager, you are going to do is we're looking at the reports. You are trying to figure out which stores are underperforming. They're not selling your products. And maybe in the report, you will also see why they're not selling. They might have told something in the previous visits, and you have those comments in the, in your reports. So according to that, what are you going to do? You are going to pass on those information to the other teams, to the sales rep, as well as sometimes to the back office also, because back office is also going to plan the sales reps months or days or weeks. Okay, so this is the sales manager's task, as well as when the visit is done, some feedback or some surveys are created. Even those reports are also in sales manager's purview. You are going to check those reports immediately and see if you have to do anything immediately. Okay, so this is something that sales managers would do. Dipanjan is a sales rep. Sandipan is a back office. So Sandipan, would you be able to tell us that you have got some information about underperforming stores from your sales manager, and you want to set up, set up some data about those stores, and you also want to, pass on those data to your field rep. So what are the things that you would do?
Ma'am, as you told earlier that as much as I remember that sales ops are basically admin of the orgs. So I think we have to go through the accounts and contacts of objects and see that how many cases are there, or is there any I mean stagnant case we have to work on. I will pass on to the service reps or field reps.
Yeah.
Something
Right.
like
Apart from that, you are also going to do some planning, which is like, as I told, that say that these are the underperforming stores in a certain area, say North Calcutta. There are certain stores which your manager has identified. And then what you do is you identify which sales rep are in charge of those stores. So for each account you have someone in charge. Maybe those people may be staying nearby. So you identify those sales rep, and then you plan their visits. You put their visits into their calendar, that Monday Dipanjan is going to visit sales store 1, store 2, and store 3 at this time. Let Dipanjan then decide whether he wants to visit store 1 first or store 2 first. That is up to him. But you are going to plan his weeks or months depending on the data that Rakesh has given you. Now, another part of this exercise is identifying the pain points. So Rakesh, from a sales management perspective, when you are looking, you have to look at the report and pass on the data, what do you think your pain points would be?
Observe the observation and suggestions and help improve the product.
Right.
And the motive is team is achieve their goals.
Right. So you have to know what are the goals, right? You have to know your reports should show you that these stores are underperforming. Unless you know that, if you just look at some numbers, you will have to again figure out what is the number that was the target and why it has not achieved. So all those. So Salesforce reporting, this is a pain point for the sales managers to get the right data from the reporting and to pick up the right data. So this is one pain point. The other pain point is to, again, passing on those data. When you pass on those data, it means that you know that from these data, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the goals. These 10 things are the goals for the sales rep in the next 1 month, right? So how do you decide those goals is one more pain point. So that is, again, these consumer goods cloud product from Salesforce comes into picture there, where you have all the data in your, in front of your eyes, which account, where it is, why it might have, underperforming. All those data would be with you, and your goals as well. If you have okay, so the target was to increase the sales 5% increment in sales, but the target is not met. It is just 2%. So our target would be to, achieve the 3% at least, whatever your target would be. It might be 3-4%. So having those kind of data handy is the challenge of the sales managers. Now coming to the operations team, what you think could be your challenge? Operations is Sandipan.
Oh, operation team. Okay. Could you please tell again the condition? I mean,
Okay. Yes, the situation is you are in operations of this particular company, and what you do is you kind of receive some data from your manager, and you try to, set up the data, and you try to pass those data to the sales rep. When I say data, it is basically the account data. And also you try to plan their days. When you do not have a product called Consumer Goods Cloud, what pain points would you have?
Okay, I mean, what is the disadvantage of not using the consumer cloud, right?
Yes.
I think maybe whenever I am trying to route the process of the sales manager or sales reps, maybe there will be multiple sales reps or multiple sales managers, and I may be assigning those dates to various reps and managers, and that would be a hectic job to giving so many other dates to various people's
Right.
of various stores, various locations. That would be very. I mean, if there is a not structured data, that
Yes.
would be a very problem. Inconvenience
Right.
will be.
Okay. So you have caught it rightly that you have a lot of data. You have a lot of, first of all, how you are getting those data from Rakesh. It may be through email. You have a big Excel sheet or multiple sheets, which you will have to, kind of reconcile and see that, where you want to, place the visits for any sales rep. And then there are multiple sales reps. So you don't know which account, which sales rep will go. And then the next challenge would be for 1 month, if you have 10 sales reps somewhere, sorry for the background noise. So if you have any sales, 10 sales rep, for those 10 sales rep, every day, if you have to schedule at least 2 visits, it is how many? For 10 sales rep, 20 visits in a day. For 30 days, or say for 20 working days, it will be around 400 visits. So manually you are going to set all those 400 visits. How difficult it would be. Again, there would be a calendar sharing thing.
Yes.
So all these are challenges of back office operations, as well as now there will be activities and challenges for the sales rep. So Dipanjan, I know Subhajit, you have raised your hand. I'll come to you after Dipanjan finishes.
Yeah. So I have a few problems in mind for the sales rep. That so some of my manager might have planned a journey for me, that on this date I am visiting this customer, this outlet, or whatever. What if I am visiting some customer, and if a prospect opens up, I need to visit a customer which is nearby.
Right.
I might have to do that. Okay. What about my unscheduled visits? How do I handle them? I visit one customer, and the customer asks me that they have this requirement. I need to place an order right there, right? Or like something like a customer portal, or like a dealer portal or something like that. I might need something to place the customer's order right there. These are the two of the most important things that I need I need solution for myself as a sales rep agent. And another thing is like my tour, or like whichever route I am taking, that is the optimized route which I need to travel, although I might not stick to it due to some issues, but I need to have a plan before starting my day, which are the things I should visit.
Right. So you think that if your company doesn't have a product which manages all of these, you will have trouble doing all these, right? In
Definitely.
the morning, you have to do all these.
I have to I have to manually check which are the customers, then I have to manually find out where I have to visit. Because see,
Right.
if I have some customer which is downtown, and if I have a customer which is up north in the city, I'll
Right.
always try to go somewhere and then come in a same direction. Not like I'll go somewhere and I'll have to travel some kilometers in the opposite direction, then come back again. This becomes a
Right.
especially for the sales guys, because they're out in the field, they're driving something, they are taking public
Yeah.
transport. They need to plan it beforehand before setting out in the foot in the field.
Right. So you are bang on to the troubles of the sales rep. First of all, the sales rep might not have the data handy. I mean, when they on the day when they start their day, they will have to go through 2 Excel sheets, which might the back office or sales manager might have sent them, and then figure out where and then the sales managers might have told that you have to do 3 visits today, and you do not know what their addresses are, where you have to find out what the address is, and then have to figure out in your mind that if I have to go here, then how optimally I can figure out my route so that I do not waste time on the road, right? So all these pain points of sales manager, sales operations, and field rep. So all of these that you have talked about, there are others as well, other pain points also. All of these could be solutioned by the retail execution of consumer goods cloud, because it has a very good scheduling what do I say? I mean, scheduling tool or feature. And it has got Salesforce Maps in web and in handheld devices. You can use Salesforce Maps, but generally it is for iPads. It is iMap or Google Map for other devices. So yeah, so those maps are used, and you can have the routes done. So we will go through all of those in detail in the upcoming sessions. Yes, Dipanjan and Subhajit, both of you have some question. Yes, Dipanjan, tell me first.
I have a small questions, like for CG Cloud, is Salesforce natively using the Salesforce map, or can we change that to Google Maps?
Yes, I mean, in web you have Salesforce Map. And in handle, see, the sales reps who goes to the stores will generally have a handle device. They do not carry laptops. They will have the handle device, and it may be a phone or an iPad. So generally we can change it to Salesforce Maps. I mean, it needs additional configuration, but then by default they use iMap for iPhones or Google Maps. That is default. But you can change to Salesforce Map. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And,
So
does any extra cost is involved in this? Like any?
there will be. I think for Salesforce Maps there will be extra cost if you want to install it. Salesforce Map. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So budget. Yes.
Yes. So I have just small doubt. In this case study you have just given us, like it is a more of a B2B business, and here, as you know, there is a credit cycle goes on, like for 3 months, 4 months, the payment, like the retailer gets the payment after 3 months. And like, does Salesforce have this object structure to track those payments, or do we have any kind of integration?
No, I don't. I mean,
are we catering to that?
Consumer goods cloud itself doesn't cater to payment. That's what I have known. But yes, in my project, we had this thing. We had this, advance ordering and late payment and everything. So yeah, so I mean, that has to be kind of, a lot of things of those have to be customized where, you track the payments later, maybe. So those things are there, but then it is not natively always given by Consumer Goods Cloud.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Any other question? We are, I think, past time. Any other question? If you have, let me know. And if not, yeah, Rito Broto, you have raised your hand.
And it is just for the, you are showing that the module, there are some account handleability, then territory management, something like that. So
Yes.
I have worked with the both. I just have the doubt, like, is the on the sales cloud or the service cloud, the way we are handling the account and the territory management in the consumer goods cloud, is that the same, or is there any extra?
Yeah. No, it is basically same. So consumer goods cloud also, it is on top of sales and service. Okay, so it takes into account all these core standard objects. You have certain features in account which is just for consumer goods cloud. Certain small features are there which are very important for consumer goods companies, but they are additionally there, say, in the customer structure. So it is an additional thing that you maybe an additional related list or an additional field which you have.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. If not, then in the next Sunday session, we are going to delve into the data model of consumer goods cloud. And also we will open the kind of, consumer goods cloud web application and see how it looks like. If possible, I will try to do it. I will try to also have the handheld UI as well in the iPad if I can, because why it is necessary, or otherwise it may take another session. So why it is necessary, because in the web, the problem with consumer goods cloud, I wouldn't say it is a problem, but it is how it is now. The thing is, what you see in web, the data would be the same, but how you see things in the web and features in the web are not exactly the same in the handheld device, because the personas are different, right? Handheld device is only used by the sales reps, and web is only used by the managers and back office, and sometimes by the sales reps. So the features that are available in the web may not all be available in the handle device, and it looks completely different. Just like if you have done, if you have worked on Salesforce 1, which is the handheld app of Salesforce, it looks a bit different, right? So it's the same here. There is a big difference in UI in between the web interface and the handheld interface. So you need to see that, and you need to also go through those. But target for our next one would be delving into the data model. We may not be able to complete even though we may not be able to complete, but we will delve into the data model and see the web interface first. And then maybe in the third one, we will go to the handheld one. Okay, so I guess that should be the agenda for us. Okay. Okay, so any other question in between? If you have, I don't know, if you can post it in the community or anywhere, you can, post. Thank you so much for attending, for taking out your time to attend.
Thank you very much all. Thank you. Thank you.
ये बेचे ना इसे
মাইটা ওখানে মুখ ভেঙে দিবি
I will end this video call yet. And the call for everyone.